Hey, I'm Lou Greco.
And I'm Carlo Russo.
And we are the Uncle Louie Variety Show.
That's right. And you're watching Italian Sicilians Do It Better podcast.
Boom. Hey guys, how are you today? We have a great show today. I got two special guys in the building. Marcus, how you doing today?
I'm doing all right.
So today we have Louie and Carlo in the building. What's going on, fellas?
What's
Hello,
up?
guys. How you doing?
This is awesome, man. Thank you for having us.
Oh, man.
awesome.
It's a blast,
Fantastic.
bro.
Italian and Sicilian to do better. Always do better.
Nobody
Fuck you, meglio di niauge, bro. Nobody.
Better than Jesus wants to be Sicilian.
So, guys, I see you guys all over the place getting out there. It's amazing seeing you guys do this tour.
It's fun, man. It's happening, and we're having a blast with it. And yeah, we're lucky. We're blessed. We're blessed. We're all blessed. Everybody in this room, we're all blessed. We're doing some fun stuff out there, right?
Absolutely.
So yeah, thank you for inviting us. This is
We're all
awesome,
over the
man.
place, you know. Canada, they can't get enough of us. As soon as we get there, get the hell out of here. Get out of here.
You go through the border. It's like, what do you guys do? We're comedians. Get the fuck out of here. Everybody's a
Funny
comedian.
going over the border. They're like, you know, oh, we're comedians.
We have
Oh,
our posters.
yeah, we're like trying to show the. Okay, just go. Just go.
Oh, they'll say a joke. Like, oh, Christ,
here we
we're not
go.
comedians.
I hate when they do
We're
that.
smuggling
Be
drugs.
funny.
Yeah.
Do something fun. It's like, what do you think? This is I'm a dog and you give me a biscuit. Get the fuck out of here.
It's easier to get into Canada for us, though. Because they're like, oh, great, welcome to the better half. You know, the
Oh, yeah.
Oh, thank you. We appreciate coming back. Assholes.
Our own
Oh,
country.
my God. What are you doing? Why are you coming here? I live here. You have my license. What the?
And you always feel like you have something on you when they ask when you know you have any guns. I don't know. Do I have maybe? Oh, yes, I have guns.
The
Are you
panic
taking
sets in.
drugs? I don't think so.
They see us
It
coming
always
in and out
scares
all
you.
the time. They see us coming out and all the time, so it's at least that good. They look on the computer like, oh, these idiots are back and forth.
Right.
But yeah, we're trying, man. We're hustling. You gotta. It's fun though. It's been a crazy ride, and it's still going. It's just cool. It's cool meeting everybody, meeting you guys, meeting all the people out there. It's a dream that I thought would never happen, and when it does, it's like, wow, this really happened. That's crazy.
Yeah, and it's cool to work with a lot of the people in the industry. There's a lot of people that are great, genuine guys and women that you know, we just love working with them. Anybody who's worked with us know we're just gonna laugh. Yeah. It's not about what's on the stage, just what's on the stage either. It's what goes on in the back. I mean, we should have a video camera following us.
We say that all the time.
Stupid.
That would be awesome.
It's not even funny.
the best
They're
reality.
stupid. What happens to us?
We hit things with our faces. We don't know. There's buildings in front of us. It's just-
The Australia thing. Listen,
It's just so stupid.
our first shows were in Australia, right? So he's behind me. We're having breakfast.
Yeah, we just got done with
Right.
breakfast.
So, you know, I'm thinking, I got a little workout in. You know, I see these two nice looking girls, you know. I'm walking like
And
I'm, you know,
before he says anything, we've known each other for 4 decades. I know what he's thinking. He knows what I'm thinking before we're thinking it. So
all I'm talking about is saying, look at those girls. Look at those girls up there at the counter, right? Look at those girls up there at the counter. So I'm like walking, I'm kind of looking, you know, and then we go towards the elevator, right? In America, elevators open back up when they sense something, but they don't do that in Australia. So I'm walking.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, hey, you know, look, they're not looking at, they don't care about me. No. So I'm like, all of a sudden the doors go,
Oh, shit.
like this foot out. Oh. What's he do? He's just laughing behind me.
I'm dying.
God, did somebody die?
So the story from my view, I'm walking in back of him, and I see him like peacocking. You know, I just got done. This is nice. Her name was Tony. I still remember. She's like 25. We're 87 to her. So I say, in my mind, I'm going, I know what he's doing. He's like, hey, she's looking. I know she's looking. Turns around. I swear to God, the minute he turns his head like this, he doesn't see the elevator. All you see is like a chicken.
And then I dropped. I just fell inside the elevator.
And he just falls, right? And we go up. I'm dying. We
Oh my God, no, how to stroke.
yeah, right. I'm dying. We go upstairs.
God.
He goes,
Shit.
I'm going to go down to the gym and do something. So I walk by her. I really wanted to talk to her. And I go, hey, did you see what happened to my friend? He goes, she's like, no, I wasn't even looking at him. No, I wasn't looking at you guys.
Wow.
It was just something. But the thing is we fall right into it. If something happens to us, either one of us, it's not like we try to hide it.
Yeah.
It's like, did you just see that? That was just stupid.
This idiot over here is so funny. We're playing one of these venues, and we do a lot of in and outs. So his character goes out, my character goes in, or a lot of and and there's a time where I do my stand up, and he leaves to get dressed into Uncle Louie or something, right? So I'm doing my stand up, I'm up there, and he's walking away, and people are like, I go, hey, ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Lou Greco or whatever he was, right? And he's like, yeah. So our manager is sitting right next to the door, and as he's walking out the door, our manager gives him a high five and
Running out the door.
He's just running. He's like, yeah, and he turns and he
my head down.
smashes his face into this thick glass door.
Stop.
He hit it so hard, my speakers went up. Like, nah.
Started buzzing.
And I had no idea. Because I'm just paying attention. I don't even see what's going on over here. I just hear my speakers go off, right? So at the end of the show, we go in the changing room, and I look at him, and he's got this red dot on the side. I go, what happened to you? He goes,
If that door was any thinner,
It would have
would've
shattered.
I mean, it was probably
Oh my
3
gosh.
inches thick, maybe, of glass, like 3-4 inches thick. And I'd like, hey, high five.
and the funny thing is, on the glass door, so they tell you it's a glass, they put like a sticker on.
Yeah.
It was there.
Oh my God, dude.
It just looked
He
like
was concussed for the whole rest
Thank
of the show.
God the glass survived.
Right, the glass survived.
La testadura. That's
Yeah,
it.
just go. Don't worry about that.
The
I'm good.
calabrese. It's the cazzo di calabrese.
Unbelievable.
What is that?
One of a million things that happened. Rochester. We did this Rochester show where we do a holiday show sometimes, right? So I said, okay, we're going to do Straight Out of the Basement, which is one of our songs that we do. It's like a little rap song that
remember
we
the
come
story.
out. I said, I want everything dark. I'll run in the back, take everything off, and then run back on stage, and we do the rap. I mean, him.
We sound so stupid right now.
We forgot that, usually they have lighted tape that shows you where to go.
arrows.
Well, we didn't put it down. So, of course, sold out show.
You got lost.
Boom, lights go down.
Worse.
I run towards where I think
He's always running.
the back. His ukulele smashed into the wall, then I'm trying to take things off. I'm trying to find my shoes.
I'm like,
The music comes on. I'd like, screw it. I go out there in my socks. Straight out of the basement. I'm like, meanwhile,
my whole section is ripped apart like a bull when I'm through it. Trees hanging. My ukulele. I'm like, what the hell did you do? That skit cost us $400.
He's a running tornado.
He's a running tornado.
Great, man.
And in the whole thing is there's so many things that happen on stage. You guys would never know that it happened
Because they think we're so
really.
like-
In Australia, we had an accordion that we rented. It was about 1,000 years old. Okay,
Not anymore, I guess.
It was.
this is the second show, Melbourne. Okay, we're there. It's loaded. This place. So I usually came on and played guitarra romana, and all of a sudden, he decided, let's put the accordion on first.
Because it looks awkward.
Because I never
You put
do
your
that. I
back
used to
the-
grab the accordion, right? I go, cool. But I never had it on with the Uncle Louie stuff, right? So I have it on for 15 minutes. We go out. I start playing the song, and he's like, he's in the front, he cheers
my
it on,
thing, yeah.
right? And I can't
the
feel
guitar, actually, yeah.
my right arm. It cut off all the circulation. So all you hear from the accordion is,
I have no idea.
He's like,
He's got no circulation. So I'm thinking we should have practiced more.
So
you sound horrible.
I can't feel anything. Nothing. So I'm like, I started, and people are laughing, right? So I'm like shaking my hand.
Trying to get the blood back in.
So everybody's laughing. He says something. All of a sudden, I go, I got it. So I start playing it. Mid-song,
Fingers die.
the accordion snaps in half.
Oh, God damn it.
Everybody goes, oh.
All you hear is, I'm like, you're not on your game at all today.
And then he looks at me, and I got a piece of the accordion starts
I'm like,
playing.
oh,
I
Jesus.
just start screaming in Italian. Everybody's
best
laughing.
Part? What's the best part?
At the end, these people, a lot of people came up. That accordion bit,
That skit you
hilarious.
guys did.
I said, yeah.
Yeah, we go through 4,000 accordions a year so we can do that skit. Awesome. We break all the accordions.
Never knew. The weirdest thing happened to us in Australia, and it was humbling. It's really humbling when somebody recognizes you, right? So we're in Melbourne. We're driving. And I'm shitting my pants because I'm on the left side, passenger
it's
side.
on
So
the
every
opposite.
time they take a right turn, I'm screaming like a little girl, right?
Yeah.
So,
so
we
weird.
get to a red light. We pull up. This guy's looking down. And I'm looking up. And he's looking down. I'm like, this guy is either going to fight or
we're going to make out.
And he rolls out the window and he goes, you're Lou Greco.
Yeah, the full names.
Melbourne, Australia. Yeah. He goes, you're Gina.
Your G knows our promoter.
Okay, good.
Jeannie. And I'm like, what is going on? She goes, I follow you guys. Were you at the show the other day? No, I didn't even know you guys were coming.
Just a random.
And then Carlo's like, hey, he's a Carlo.
Just a random.
What the hell is going
Like
on?
you were at the show. I was like, oh, you had a show?
That was the coolest thing
How many
in the
millions
world.
of people? And we pull up to.
Yeah.
So it's weird. And you have to remember, we weren't even. I mean, our first show was in Australia, so we're nothing. We're nothing. We're not thinking anybody knows us.
Right.
So
To have that happen, we're like,
it was
oh my-
humbling.
That's weird.
It was
Good
so
feeling.
cool.
Yeah,
you know,
it's weird. Like, oh,
I got out. I was like shaking his hand. And I'm like, yeah,
People-
thank you so much.
People see this stuff.
Kiss him now?
You want to make out? No, okay, you just go. Just go.
Are we dating? I don't.
So I gotta admit, like watching you guys from a screen,
Yeah.
and seeing you guys in person, it's night and day. I didn't know you were so jacked. By the
Yeah, he took over shut. I'm like, when the fuck we invite the Hulk over?
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
That's the problem when you see the Uncle Louie and with people, and then he comes out with that. People, that's why people don't know it's the same person.
Right.
it's the Uncle Louie Schwarzenegger.
It's funny because you were going to say the show in Westchester?
No. Yeah, I don't know what I was gonna say.
The Westchester show, I come out and, I'm doing my stand-up. And while I'm doing my stand-up, one of the girls in the front goes, who the hell's that? And I'm like, look down. I go, I don't know what's going on here. I put a hat on and a jacket.
Yeah.
It's the Superman.
Yeah, it's like he puts the glasses on and it can't. I'm like, I don't look that. But I guess looking at
you
myself
do.
on video versus, my
Yes.
stand-up versus
Because
that.
you
I'm like,
hunch down
okay,
too.
I
You
get
don't
it.
make it. As,
You came over here with a hoodie. I'm like, he comes in, he takes it off. I'm like, when the fuck did Joe Rogan get here?
Joe Rogan. That's what they call him.
No, it's crazy because I have to hunch
He's a
down.
welfare Joe Rogan.
But I do all the mannerisms like my dad. So the thing is when you're doing those characters, you got to have. It's not just the vocals.
Right.
It's the mannerisms, how they talk. Like my father would talk like this. Yeah. Parole de no. But.
Yeah.
All those
Yeah,
little
the gestures, the
details.
hands,
The gestures, the hand gestures, the facial expression.
Yeah.
It's the same thing when you do the Zias. You can do it all like this, but when the Zias, they get the hands and this up.
Yeah.
So that's if you don't have that, you have to have that to add on to that character, to add on
The
to the
inflections.
the inflections, the
even
face, the
just
disgust.
one thing.
I thought you the guts, the whole
That was
face.
my
Like,
father's perpetual face for me.
it's like,
Yeah.
like something smells in the room.
Constipated.
Yeah.
It's just always angry.
Dad, let's go camping. Camping? What's camping? I break my ass from my house, and now you want me to go out to the mountain? Get the fuck out of here.
I moved from the mountains. Now I gotta go back up. Nice American, Bobby American.
What's one symbol that your father would give you that you know? Like, for example, my father, if he went like this and just flipped it down,
Oh yeah.
I knew I had to run.
Oh, there was no warning from my father.
He's a ninja.
Yeah,
Nice.
there's nothing. All of a sudden, pow!
Yeah.
No,
It
my
was
mother.
this.
Yeah,
Yes.
my mother.
It was either
Cuando te pidió a casa. Cuando.
It was it.
It's always this.
Or the three fingers, but he would give it to me like this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That means you had 3 seconds. Get the fuck out of his face.
My dad
He's gonna
gave
kill you.
a verbal warning. And then when you saw his face, it was, he closed his eyes and he'd go, Jesus, ayúdame. And when he said that, all right, get the fuck out of his face. We got to get out of here right now. That was it.
Ours was like, ours was a surprise every time. It was.
My father wouldn't even
got
surprise
away
us
with a
sometimes.
bang.
It'd be like, Venica.
See, that's nice. They're
And
telling
you knew you had to
beat your
go
ass.
there.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna die.
Yeah, exactly.
If you don't go there. At least take it, or
Right.
you're gonna die.
Die quickly.
You know?
But back then, we always talk about. You would just get hit anywhere, right? It didn't matter where you were, church, school, Kmart. I mean,
They waited for people to for
it
an
didn't
audience.
matter. It just slap you. And people walk by, good for you. You know, can I get one
how
in?
you do it.
Okay. You got strangers hitting you. You got the neighborhood hitting you.
Yeah.
Nobody gave a shit.
My father had the whisper scream.
Ooh, those were good.
When you're in public and they don't want
everybody.
Louie, come on.
See, my mother was that. My dad was always not silent and silent. There's no silence. But my mother would have the silent screams.
Yes.
Yeah, we go with my aunt in church, and she'd be like, "Oh, you know, if me and my cousin Enzo, I made my cousin Enzo just cry in church. I would make him laugh, just try to get him in trouble, you know."
Yeah.
And my aunt would look at him, and he's like, "Lou," and I'm like this,
That was the worst.
and she would like smack Enzo, and you know, and then she would always look at us and go, "Shut the." I don't know what the hell she said. It was just
And it's so funny. Why is it when, like, my father to yell at us to not make us laugh would do something to make us laugh more?
Yeah.
Like, you're making me fucking laugh. Stop it. We're in church. Go. It's the fuck shit. We're in church and we'll laugh. But he would always do. It's like, you're saying shit that's gonna make us laugh.
Right.
It's like that expression. I lost all my trust when you said, "Come here. I'm not gonna hit you. I'm not gonna hit you."
Trust me.
oh, my father was Vinica. While he's taking the belt off.
There's there.
Vinica.
God bless him.
Did they ever tell you to get the weapon they want to hit you with? Speaking of that scuba. Come here.
Oh no, he had it on him.
He was already fully armed.
My father thought he was a baseball pitcher because anything in front of him he'd throw at. I mean, it didn't matter. Remember the ashtrays were like this big back then. Oh my God, dude, with that ashtrays at us and the chair, the table. One time he stabbed my brother in the head with a fork. I swear to God,
Christ.
while we were eating, and I had milk coming out of my nose, and I'm like, I'm dying. I go, you can't not have us laugh when you stab someone with a fork and it's tingling on his head. I mean, how am I not supposed to laugh?
Yo, that's great. That's nice when you can laugh at murder.
The warning? There's no warning. There's just a fork in your head.
So, guys, I want to rewind this. I want to say, how did it start for you guys? Where did it click? Saying, "Hey, we onto something." When did that happen?
I did a thing called the Italian broken English Italian word of the day, and I would write it out. Okay, and I do it in
Those are
kind of
great.
phonetically, so you read it funny, you know. And then Carlo was like, "Why don't we do a video of it?" And you could be your Uncle Louie, Uncle Louie, or
to
whatever.
go back, Lou and I have been doing videos and shorts and public access since we were freaking
VHS
kids.
tapes.
We were kids, 13, 14 years
You
old.
guys don't know what those are, right?
So when you guys said decades, basically decades of friendship, really.
4 decades.
4 decades of friendship.
So
That's crazy.
when we came up with the idea of video was not like alien to us. We did everything on video or tapes back. So that's why I wanted to preface that with let's just put it on video and we'll create a character. Because when you read something, it's not as funny as when you hear the voices and get. So that's where we came from.
Yeah, and the digital editing now versus when we started.
Yeah.
You ever edit a VHS tape? Not good.
I don't even want to know.
You got like 2.
Oh, you have hours and hours of nothing.
Yeah.
But now it's like, God, if we had this stuff back in the day,
paste.
holy shit. But, we did that. We did the video, and then it exploded. Broken English Italian word of the day exploded. It was kind of like we got likes at that point, and everything else. I'm like, oh, this is cool. And we did it just for family and friends, to make them smile before we went out to the bars.
We had no page at the time. It was our personal Facebook.
Right.
And then, we ended up doing that little, restaurant the restaurant over there, and she said, do a 5-minute thing into a 2 hour show.
Shout out to Dolce Vita in Syracuse, New York.
I keep thinking, we're on the podcast now. We did talk a little bit beforehand, but shout out to Dolce Vita, Antonetta. She called us up. She's like, let's do a show. I'm like, we do a 5-minute sketch. No, we got to stretch it into a show. And I said, okay, let's do it. Screw it. So we wrote it. We got it done. We did probably about 4 or 5 shows over there. And then after that, it was 3 guys in the beginning, and then it just ended up me and Carlo. And Carlo and I, our first show was Sydney, Australia. So then we went to Sydney. We did Melbourne, Australia. It was crazy
how you go from restaurant. All right, let's go to Australia.
Exactly.
What the fuck?
That's why no one believed us in our family. They're like, someone's gonna kill you. You guys are you're sex trafficking something. I don't know what you're doing. You're muling.
Just bring back some money.
You're muling something.
Yeah, if that was the case, I would just throw him in the front.
It's like no one believed us because you don't go from basement to Australia. It just doesn't happen. Yeah. So we get it that that's not normal.
Yeah. And that kind of opened us up to, as soon as we came back, we were sold out shows in Rochester, Canada. We were all over the place.
The crazy thing is our first shows in Australia, our second shows in Canada. America was our third place we played. Yeah. Our own country. Our own country was our last place.
What was that feeling like when you went from basement to a stage? Like
it was more like people were like, "Were you nervous?" And like, at the time we were in our late 40s.
No, early.
We're in early mid 40s, let's say. So so we get out there and people are like, "Are you nervous?" I'm like, I don't care. I'm 40 something years old. I don't give a shit anymore. I've been through enough. Where let's get on stage. We're so excited to get on stage. The 2 hours before the show is like, oh come on.
It still is. It's still the worst time for the show is waiting waiting, and you just want to be out there. You want to get
feel
that
the crowd.
Yeah, you want to get that thing. So sometimes we'll wait for 2 hours backstage. In some places, we're in smaller places in green rooms, and it's just tough because your mind just keeps going. I want to say this. I want to say this. I want to do that. And so that's the worst thing. People always say you get nervous. No, that's where we need to be. Right. I'm more nervous in the back, just waiting around. But
it's more anxious. Just get out there.
Yeah. So once you're on stage, it's like you're at home.
It doesn't even. It's so weird. It's so weird because you would think the opposite, right? You would think the opposite. The only time we get not nervous. Only time it gets a little hairy is when we're doing new sketches and stuff and material, because you want them to be as equal to the others, but you have to work them out. You have to put them out there.
But
that's
it shows your comfortability of your material that. Like you said, you're nervous beforehand, not during, because during you guys got
we control it.
We got it.
We control that.
That's a rarity, because every time when we have people on here, when they say that they're going to perform, they say, every time when we get on, we always start off a little nervous because that's the normal thing. I'm hearing the opposite from you guys.
They're ready.
Can you believe they're drug free?
Right. Exactly.
No drugs.
Exactly.
Right now.
No, it's fun because we get out there and it's like boom. And the crowd, we have a very warm crowd. Like our fans, they're just, I hate to say fans.
So good.
We,
family.
Our crowd and our family, when they come and see us, they're ready. Yeah. They know, they see one of us come up or a character or any one of us, they're ready to laugh. The people who work with us even told us, they come back, talk to us, they're like, your crowds are just awesome.
And the cool thing is when you're at like at clubs and you see the servers stop and watch the show, and they come back going, guys, we watch a lot of stuff. You guys are so different, so great. And that makes you feel so cool when the servers that see everything, right? They can stop and go, I almost got fired today because I stopped working watching you guys. Yeah,
especially at the comedy clubs, because those people see every day, day in, day out. So when they take the time to stop and talk to you and say, you guys, I was gives dancing, I was singing,
and it's from the workers there. Right, it's the little things like that. You're like, holy shit! Even the workers are like,
absolutely. That's the stuff that keeps us going. It's like something because you get an ups and downs and everything.
Oh
right?
Yeah, it's
and we're like I don't know how this crowd's going to be. You think this crowd's going to be all right? Hopefully they'll have a good time. Then we get out there, and it's like a better show than the one prior, and it's always bigger, and it's
we'll have shows where you always complain, oh, well, we should have done more marketing. We should have done this. This show's, and we'll go in there sad. Like you said, we'll go there down and go, man, this is, and we'll go out there and that crowd, it could be 150 and they sound like 7,000. And it's like, wow. So you never judge it. You can't judge.
Right.
Chicago.
It's crazy.
We did a show in Chicago. It was a sold out displaying show. It was 900 people, and they
on a Sunday at 3 o'clock.
Our tagline is, "You think you know, you don't know shit." Right? To hear 900 people say you don't know shit back to the stage was fantastic.
I'm telling you, and this is real. Again, we've known each other. We're 14 years old, right? We went to the show, and I forgot what it was, Chicago or some show where it was the first standing O, and we both were sitting there crying.
It was Chicago. Like, remember those 2 Chicago shows?
Dude, just these 2 idiots from a basement, growing up, and we were out there, and the whole place got up, and I swear to God, we looked at each other and we're like,
that's when the
I'm gonna lose it.
Bumps got up. I still got goosebumps right now.
You know what crazy?
Thinking about it.
It's so cool. It's so cool that people react to that, and we're all in the same kind of. Everybody grew up the same way.
We never
man.
had.
We all have the same memories.
We don't have goosebumps or any butterflies until the end when people stand up.
That's crazy.
That's when it's like. It's humbling.
real.
You'll say to me, he goes, "Oh my God, we got standing." I go blind. I most of the time he goes, "You didn't see that."
The other day,
it's blinding.
We did Buffalo. It was about, I think it was 600 something,
people,
whatever.
yeah.
So we get done. Everybody's standing and they're clapping, and it's like amazing. He goes, he goes, "I wish we got a standing O." I go, "What are you talking about?" Because he just like.
Goes blind.
It's because I get overwhelmed. It's like the sounds, and I'm like, I can't. It's like
some of my childhood trauma. I just completely block it out.
So because the neighbors standing up and clapping when you get your ass kicked. Yes.
We end with a Vafankula song, We end with Vafankula song, and everybody, is clapping and they're joking. It's
so cool.
What people, if you don't know what we do in our show, a lot of people, they'll go, if it's just stand up, if it's just sketches, if it's just this, if it's just that. We do a mix of everything. It's a variety show for a reason.
Yeah.
Because we want somebody to go, oh, this is different. So we'll do sketches, stand up, music, and all mixes, all everything inside there, everything in between.
There might be some videos that
pop up. Constant changes.
It's awesome.
So that you are constantly and people are like, that was, we want to see it a little bit more. We've been here for over 2 hours. You want to see more. So that's the coolest thing in the world. Yeah.
It's a full, what we hear all the time, and you kind of said it, what we hear all the time is, guys, what I thought I was coming into from the videos is totally different from what you guys give out. Because this is amazing. Because you don't get that feel. It's different.
Right.
Video's for video, and it's a different feel. And we hear that all the time. A totally different experience, which is above and beyond. Because they're getting music, they're getting stand-up, they're getting, us. It's a cool event. It's an event. And people go, God, that was Jesus. No, we just get bored with ourselves, so we have to keep changing.
When we're writing stuff, that's the way we write. It's like, nope, this is too long. Are
we bored yet?
Yep. We need a punchline here. We need something here. We need some. And then the new stuff on stage, you can see it. Like Florida was the first time we used this show, the new stuff.
We're developing it.
That sketch is going to look completely different come September.
I'm sure, yeah.
Because it goes all the way around through, let's use that. Oh, that was gold. Because it's a little improv on stage.
Improv taking and staging it.
To bring it up,
We know the route, and we work with that, and then whatever gets filtered in that, that's a keeper.
Yeah, we kind of play an outline.
Let's get rid of this. What we thought was going to be funny or what we wrote, let's get rid of that because this just took over.
And it's good that you guys have that same comedic pathway mentally because before, I guess you were talking about creative differences and all that other stuff, and the fact that you guys are still on the same page about
we make ourselves
laugh, which is great because that's what makes the teamwork work.
And we do. I mean, there's always creative differences even between us, but we make it work. And sometimes we take those two differences and do one sketch, and then all of a sudden, oh, wait a minute, this turned into something crazy. We're doing a sketch right now. We do thing called the New York State Fair. You will watch it when you come to the show.
You will come to the show.
You will come to the show. You better come to the show. I'm going to find you. So when we were writing it, it turned like it was starting, it's okay. And then all of a sudden, all these ideas, I was on the floor. We were dying. I said, oh my God, this is going to be insane. Because not only you write it, then you picture the facial expressions, the inflections, the hits. And sure enough, we start
frustration of the other person.
We are an adult show. Okay. And not saying that, we have strippers. But the thing is
you can get those, right?
We don't have strippers.
Right, you can get those? All right, so.
We have strippers.
You want to see our manager on a pole?
It's Tony, but we have strippers.
But when we do those things, and it's just
it's fun. It's fun
the
writing.
Process is fun,
But yes, I always say there's not a lot of this because people have their own,
of course,
things to deal with, and somebody might be going, no, you got this too much, and I do this, and you do that, and they ended up fighting, and because we've known each other before this, and we've done stuff before this. Yeah, this is just another thing. Like, okay, let's get into this now.
Right. When we end up writing a sketch where we're both like pushing. Oh, let's do this. Then there's all of a sudden it turns into a 3-hour show.
Cut.
We had to cut down and go, all right, let's take this out. I don't want to take that. All right, let's use this over here.
Put that over
now we pick and choose, and sometimes it's different everywhere we go. We're like, hey, I want to do this here because we haven't been here. So let's use this sketch over here. So it's different. And for our fans, I hate fans. For the people who come and see us.
Fans.
No, he doesn't hate the word. I hate the word fans because
the clip's
fans is like, oh,
Uncle
you guys
hates fans.
No, the people who come and see us, if they want to see a sketch, they can inbox us. So
you take requests.
We take requests on sketches.
Look
and
at
here's
that.
the thing.
It's easy,
If we can fit it in, we will fit it in. Absolutely. And if more like 10, 12 people say, I want to see that sketch, like, you know what, that'll be cool. We'll put that sketch.
That could be a word of the day.
But we won't tell them.
No. But it's interactive,
Come to the show.
People don't.
We are interactive.
They don't go to the audience. What do you want to see? You guys are saying, let us know, in that area, what parts you guys like the most,
Absolutely.
and we'll work. See, you guys work differently than everybody else
Absolutely.
does.
It's cool because we can change on the fly. That's awesome. We did a show in New Jersey, we had we were all designed around the opening act because Tia Maria and Tio Pasqualino opened the show. Okay, because people want to see them. They're America's favorite old school couple.
Yeah.
He loves them.
They drive each other crazy. So we open the show with them. People love it. Now we have to get off stage and change. Right. We don't want anybody to see a dead space on a stage for 5 minutes.
Which has happened.
We introduce the opening act. So it's perfect. Then the opening act does it. Then we come back as other characters, and then we do that flow all the way through. Well, this opening act didn't show up.
Oh, shit.
What?
So our whole design, and he had to do 2 different parts.
Or she.
We rewrote the entire show in about 40 minutes.
Okay.
Before stage time. Had video, had this, had it all set up. We had one of the best shows we've ever had. People were going nuts. They're bringing Carlo Rossi to the stage. People were dressed like us.
It's crazy.
At one point, I'm looking over to the side. There's this woman. I'm looking over. I'm like, God, that poor woman does not have any fashion sense at all. And I don't. But that one does not.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm just seeing out of the corner of my eye. At the end of the show, she comes up, and I'm like, oh my God. She's dressed up like Tia Maria.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We thought it was their dress. We thought it was their.
God.
And we both saw it. And I'm like, And then when we got close, we're like, oh, you're in character. Okay.
Yes.
But you're not used to being crazy.
I would also assume, depending on where you're going in this different state or different country, you're going to tweak it, right?
Yep.
Something based towards them.
Yeah. We have a big thing with, we play in Canada. And one of the jokes that go over real well in America is about Uncle Louie's jacket. Now, he wears a members-only jacket. We all know what a members-only jacket is, right? Mm-hmm. So we take this joke, and it always hits. We go to Canada, right?
Dead air.
Mongo. We say it, and we're like, well, maybe he didn't say it loud enough. So the next time we're there, we do it again. Nint. So eventually, we do it 3, 4, 5 times. We have this opener, or a friend of ours was Canadian, and we're like, we're really confused. Why is no one laughing at this line? And they're like, no one knows what a member. It was not.
They had no idea?
No one knows what members only was. So you have to now go. Okay, you can't keep that line in somewhere that doesn't.
Right.
So you have to figure out what's in their area.
Right.
Australia, Canada, certain parts of New York, you can get away with something more Italian than you can in like Indiana.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So yes, you
And
have to
in Canada,
figure out
they
where you are.
understand
Right.
Italian, so we can speak more Italian in Canada,
Right.
and hit some punchlines that wouldn't normally hit the United
Well,
States.
you take out, the members only, Jack, and you just add A to, because Canadians, hey, what are you doing,
A members only. Oh! You should have said it the right way.
we did a show. The coolest thing is not a lot of, we have a lot of non-Italians come to the show because it's all about growing up old school. So any culture has old
Cater to
school.
all.
I think we have probably the funniest old school, about growing up Italian. There's a million things that we can talk about, but we went to Timmins, Canada. North of Timmins is
We don't expect you guys to know where that is.
there is nothing.
They don't even know they're there.
Nothing north of Timmins.
Okay.
So
Antarctica.
pretty much there's a penguin and a moose. But we went there and we said, how many Italians we got in the crowd? Probably 12. The rest
being
are
kind.
French Canadian. And I said, okay.
Oh, shit.
So
We look at it. I swear, I really look at it like, okay.
we did the show. We did the entire show exactly
God.
the way
We did it.
we got a standing O.
Great.
Absolutely.
It was insane. So then, you get your little light bulbs and like, you know what? Instead of an Italian-American show,
Make it more
we
inclusive.
now call ourselves the premier old school comedy experience.
Canadian,
So whether
French.
you're Italian, whether you're French, Irish, doesn't matter. You can come in and have a great time because you're going to get it.
Because the funny thing
right.
is, we'll get people like, oh my God, I'm Portuguese. Exact same way. Oh my God, I'm Puerto Rican. Exact
I'm
same
starting
way.
to think that it's just a group of people who got beaten as children. That's basically
Anybody
it.
who got beat.
That's it. If you got
Come to
beat,
our
you're gonna
show.
fucking love this.
If you were beaten as a child, you'll love our show.
We have an
Number one,
800
we're
number.
There's a counselor at the door.
We counsel you.
We give out hugs on the way out.
Yeah, when you're done, we'll
We
give
have
you a
a
little
white guy
gift.
counseling you.
We'll give you a little gift basket with a capedo.
Mr. Smith, please help my son. No, but yes, that's exactly it. If you had some
It's
trauma.
the way of life, how the growing up. That's where the connection is, and that's
And it's so
great.
cool. But it is cool when you have the non-Italian that
Yes.
say, we grew up the same way.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
yes, we get it. Everything's cool. It's nice. And then it's fun in the shows because we always say, hey, where's my Italians? Where's our non-Italians? And the Medigans, and because they're married into it. So now they're like, oh, she makes sense now watching you guys. I understand.
How many people we've had come over and say, now I know what they're
Now
talking
I
about.
know what's
I
now
know
I know what
they're
the
talking
fuck's
about.
wrong with this
Broken
family.
English. So the broken English word of the day, we do them on stage, and then they
exactly.
get it. They're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, your father says that all the time.
So it's
Oh,
cool.
God.
It's cool.
Can I get a couple of those? It's
I'm telling you, the one I saw the other day, a cup of coffee.
Cuff a cuff.
Cup of
Cup of
coffee.
coffee. Yeah.
Give me a cup of cuff. Cuff a cuff.
oh my God.
It is, and we do that on stage
So
too.
how many times when you guys are recording home, how many times do you guys break out in tears laughing? Because I could just imagine.
It is, the broken English Italian word of the day. We're doing it so long. There's some
only knew.
bloopers on those. There's some like we did. I'm going to share it probably on Monday, but we did a fashion show for the Cias.
Oh God.
Right?
Oh shit.
So there's a thing called, putana your makeup.
Putana your makeup.
And
Putana your makeup.
he's like Tia Rosa, and he's got the makeup all over.
Bro.
And I'm going, look how beautiful. And she turns and you look up, but
She's so
I can't hold it. So there's bloopers at the end. I can't do it. Like
It's
the
the
whole
best.
time.
Can't do it.
It took. I go. We got to go to something else first, and then we'll do
We
this.
do this
again,
slow
because I
motion
can't
turn.
stand it.
I'm telling.
And I'm like,
Yeah,
and
it's so ugly.
and every time I got to him, God, they didn't relax. I'm
trying to
I'd have to do it like 10 times.
And now, and back then, I didn't know how to use my editing suite. I literally went piece by piece with my editing suite. So I could have done a voiceover if I knew how to do it back then. I couldn't. So everything you see, our first thing was like McDonald's. Okay,
Oh, God.
we did the thing where Uncle Louie goes to McDonald's and he says supersize. Oh yeah, of course.
Would you like to supersize it?
So he's thinking he's getting supersada.
Right.
He's like, what the fuck is this? I don't gotta know. Sti cazzo patate. So he's like, what are you talking about? Oh, supersada. Well, people don't realize, they're like, oh, you had a rolling camera. Rolling camera? Who the fuck's got money for a rolling camera? We duct taped the phone to the light, to the mirror on the side. That's the duct tape to the phone. His poor son.
My 13-year-old is out there with one of those Star Wars, what do they call megaphone things?
Oh, yeah.
Where it changes your voice.
Yeah, the voice changes. Go to the other window, please.
He went to like 10 windows.
He had to run to the next spot, and we drove up to him.
It's ridiculous
awesome.
when you see, and people are like, "Oh, the production must have been great. How many guys you got on production? We had duct tape, us two,
And underage children.
And the funny thing is, we made this McDonald's with like 13 windows. That was the whole idea. Go to the next one. I just want to fucking pay. Go to the next one. And then people would come there. So it was obvious it wasn't a real. People were like, this is not even a real McDonald's.
Dude, you don't even know.
Really?
Dude, bro.
Isn't it crazy?
So stupid.
This is not even real, guys.
Oh, my God.
It's funny how some
I know
people,
it's
they
not.
just got it. They have to draw attention to themselves to go against the grain. I go,
so
are you looking?
funny.
This is a 1 million view video,
Yeah.
and you're the one going, it's not a real
Don't
McDonald's.
get caught up
Oh,
in the.
you
Don't get
got
caught up
us.
in.
found the Einstein out of the
got
group.
us.
Let me
Yeah,
tell you.
we're gonna have to bring that
Fucking
down.
So
now,
that
you
does happen.
jackass.
That does happen. It's like, yeah. And then you have the people go, I thought you guys were going to do the McDonald's skit on stage. How? We're like, yeah. No. So, yeah. But you get that. You get to like, I love it
frustrating.
so much.
No, but it's great too because once in a while you get one of those dingers. You're like, you're a real asshole, but that was pretty good.
Right, like we were talking
Yeah,
about.
exactly.
Yeah.
You should work for us.
You should write. You want a writing job?
Well, apparently we're 50 pounds too big.
Oh yeah.
You think?
Oh, let me tell you the one comment that I've been saying on every show so far that lives rent free in my
Let me
head.
tell them how it
You wanna
started.
tell them.
So you know how that I'm Italian trend went on?
Oh, I'm
I'm
Italian.
whatever.
Yep.
So we said, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
So we did it. And I thought it was pretty funny. And the comment we got out of
Comment
it
was, I'm Italian. We're all 50 pounds overweight. And I go, you motherfucker. I love that one. You're a piece of shit.
Asshole. Bingo, but you're an asshole.
Oh, I did a parody.
I'm glad he told me.
I'm
I didn't know.
Italian.
I know, really?
You see, we did a
I pass out
parody.
when I put socks on. I don't need you to tell me I'm fucking overweight. You fucking serious?
Breathe heavy when I read. I know.
We did a parody called "I'm Italian." Gold chain wearing stallion. It's Megan Thee Stallion.
Whatever she.
And it went crazy. It's a viral video. It went through Italy, right? And so now it's like, tu non sei italiano, tu sei americano.
Of course.
Thank you. It says I'm Italian. No, io sono Italiano. Italiano. So it's like,
They wanted to say I'm American Italian.
you gotta say you're. I said you just keep the views going through Italy because we get a little bit of money on every time views. Thank you.
Say I don't know.
Thank you, you fucking assholes. And then you got people from Italy that love the stuff.
Yeah.
And but it's always that one person who's on a mountain collecting, 3 different, pensions from their great grandfather. But it's
speaking
like,
about
you're not real
comments-
Italians. You don't sit on a mountain and just eat pasta.
Speaking about talent, like when they said, "Oh, they're 50 pound, whatever."
Yeah.
We were just advertising. We were in Florida. We're advertising. It's a hot day. We're in a pool, and you have people going, "You guys are too old for this."
Are you fucking
Grow up.
serious?
Like, bitch, what?
Wait,
No, no.
wait, that was a verbal comment to you.
No, it wasn't.
physically.
It wasn't. It was like,
Oh,
you guys,
I thought you were about to say.
It
No,
was
no,
like
no.
that though.
Oh,
It was. What was the comment? It was like, you guys are you're older men. You're tacky. You're too tacky to do.
Like,
to do
wow.
this. And I just started laughing. I'm like, wow, who is this? And then you look at her. She's got a plastic face, plastic lips, plastic eyes. The
eyelashes
the
up in the air.
eyelashes like 2 brooms. And
fucking
like,
serious?
She needs to be
We're
careful.
just
She
in a
could have
pool.
melted.
We're in the pool. All we're doing is we're in the pool going, we're going to be here tonight. We're having a couple drinks. That's all.
Yeah.
But you take it.
No,
Okay,
you have
I'll
to.
take it.
But there's some that
Thank
you
you.
just got to go back with. Like, yeah, all right, I got you. And you
They
know
have
what's
to
funny?
text it because they can't talk with
Oh
you.
no, because it takes a little while because of all the plastic. But it's not just that. It's funny too because I've received comments and this and that from people when you look at their bio, walk with Jesus.
Yeah.
It's always them. Why are you saying anything? doesn't that bother anybody? That the ones with the most comment sono coi signore. What the fuck? Are you serious?
I know.
Those are my problems.
Yeah, that's
though.
my mother says to me. She goes, "All these people, you know, that say things about you guys, and then you look at them and they're like, oh, Mother Mary, you know, I'm gonna be over here. You're gonna go to church again. Who are these people?
Yeah.
You know, like, oh, you. What do you do?
They felt compelled.
Oh,
felt compelled. The Lord spoke within them.
to them to come and give a shit.
Exactly.
The old school, when we all used to go to church and all that, they're all nice. The minute they get out there, you start buttana.
Exactly. Exactly.
So figlio disgraziato che sei. Oh, no,
You know, it's funny. My grandmother used to do that. She never went to church or nothing. She would sit on the balcony peeling an apple, and when ciao rosa ciao, gran cornuta puttana che fige, and all the time, bro.
Famiglia com'è? The Lord, the disgraziato che sono.
It's genetically embedded.
I love that generation though, because now that I understand it, I just rewind to so many things, man. I miss it. I miss it.
They'd get
Throwing
somebody
shit
else's
all over the
lasagna.
place.
Oh, look at that. Monkey cane mangia ste cose.
Un mancionete. Ugane, azze.
A zia signore, è una munizia.
Come è bellissimo.
Povera mucca, cane.
It's the best. That's what
That's how we grew up, you know. That's
You guys said you do music. There was one song that you guys did that fucking, and we use it a lot. It was the Vaffanculo.
Vaffanculo song.
Vaffanculo.
I love that. How'd that come about?
I just end up sitting down and I start writing. That's it. I start thinking of writing. I wrote Vaffanculo in fucking 20 minutes.
You know what it is?
Honestly, I love Lou Monte. I love Lou Monte.
We're always like
old,
that.
like the 1 3, you know, whatever it is. Very simple, but you know the lyrics have to be clever.
Yes.
And they have to roll with it. So I sit there. I wrote Vaffanculo. I wrote Tingi, you know. I said, Car, come on over. We got to do this thing over here. Okay. And it's just a simple. You know, strum,
Like a
and
zip,
we do it, and that's it. Like little polka tunes.
Awesome.
The funny thing,
you know,
that we realize all the time, you can write jokes forever, clever, this, and all you have to say is "Butana." People ripping their shirts off. So we're like, you know what? Play off of that fucking word. How you doing?
Exactly.
That's what they want to hear. Everybody knows it.
On TikTok, I got like 4.2 million views on that thing on TikTok. It just went crazy. Wow. And in Italy, they're doing the duet.
Yeah.
That was the coolest thing for me.
Oh, yeah, when they do duets.
When you see just all these people doing the duets with it, and it's like, that's the coolest thing,
that's the
man.
thing with the show. When you can turn around, you're in a dress in one episode or one section, and then all of a sudden we're all singing. We're playing instruments and singing songs, and then we're doing stand up. It's such that it's a nice, you know, it's always changing.
Yeah.
It's always changing. And then the last thing on a comedy show, when you're walking out with a Vangulo song and everybody's singing it, nothing better, man.
Yeah.
There's nothing better. It's cool. It leaves everybody happy. They're clapping, and it's just it's a cool way to end it.
Yeah, and the people really know like what goes on.
Yeah.
They look at us, and at the end of the show, they're like, I don't know how the hell
How you guys do this.
You guys go back and like people watch it and they see sketch this. What they don't realize is how hard we're working for 2 hours, going back and forth, taking the makeup off, doing this, put the thing on, back up on stage. We're running back and forth constantly for 2 full hours.
It feels like you're at the gym at the end of the night. We'll be laying in the hotel.
You guys are active.
Every muscle, it's like, and it was so nice talking about the guys that were here before.
Yeah.
When we talked to Sushi Mango, because they do the same thing.
Right.
And it was like they understood, like, oh my God, at the end of the show, it's like you went through a war. And it is, it's true, because you're going back and forth. You have no time to like relax.
Yeah.
You're getting in character. You're doing it's like a Saturday Night Live all the time, because you're getting in characters.
And we talk a lot of great guys in the industry, you know, talking to them was fantastic. They're genuine good guys.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You know, Mike Marino, Freddie Rubino, all the guys who work with Frank Spadone, you know,
anybody
all the
with
guys we
vowels.
work with. Yeah. Those are the first
come
ones.
on. That's it.
That's it.
Venica. Come in, Venica.
But
So, no,
just good
it's
people,
cool.
and it's great to work with good, genuine guys. Because you know what, it's more fun off the stage, and that's why they like working with us. Because you're like, oh, hey, we have fun off the stage.
Oh, yeah.
You know, the stage is great, but then when we're off the stage, we just laugh. We just
Right.
have a good
Yeah,
time.
and that creates a bond, right? It creates more opportunities.
Absolutely.
You know, I am big on positivity,
You gotta be-
and you got to do it. You got to have that if you're into this industry.
Yeah.
Listen, you
gotta
can
skin, hard
fake
skin, too.
You can fake it. Eventually, you're gonna show your colors.
Yeah.
So if you're in it and you're faking it, people figure it out.
Right.
People figure it. Stay happy. It's easier to
takes
be
time.
happy. It's easier to be good.
Just-
Because it
just-
takes a lot of effort to just hate everybody.
Just
I
stay
don't know about him, but-
genuine, stay genuine and humble.
Yes,
That's
yeah.
it. That's it. You know, and
We're only on this for a little time, man. On this earth, man.
Genuine and humble.
let's
We're
do
always
something, You know?
laughing.
Let's do something to make a memory.
we're always laughing. We're always out. We're the same people on stage that we are.
You can't take yourself serious at all, dude. Stop.
We're
I have
idiots.
time to be serious.
We're freaking
As a
idiots.
husband, as a father, I'm going to be serious at that point. But when we wear dresses on stage,
It's tough.
where are we going? So what are we
My
talking
mother
about
is
here?
so proud.
What are we talking about here? Yeah. What are we talking about?
I always wanted enough Igia.
My father passed in 2014, but he saw the first show. He saw our show in Syracuse.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, he's laughing, you know, and he sees us. You know, all the people came to see us. I said, Dad, you understand, you know, what we're doing? He goes,
Sure.
yes, yes. Get home now.
We'll be talking to my lawyer tomorrow.
He loved,
we
he
owe him a
loved
lot of
it,
money.
you know.
Awesome,
and
man.
but if he says me, if he minute, you know, if he saw us with the Tias, you know, and stuff
My dad
like,
never
he would
brings it
die.
up.
He would have been laughing.
My
his
dad
ass
never
off.
brings it up. He just talks about everything else. Never brings up the female girl.
Never brings it up.
Yeah, I see his
He
father
just
at the
blocks it
coffee
away.
shop.
Trauma
I see his
block.
father at the coffee shop all the time. He stops
Sonny,
Louie.
he's funny. He's funny.
Funny.
He's funny.
His father, see, I always see his
My
father at
dad.
the coffee shop. He talks about it. Oh, yeah, he talks
My
about
dad's
Australia
everybody's
and
best
everything
friend
else.
except at home. Your dad's so funny. What joke did he tell you?
Yeah. My father would be like, Dad, can I have $10 to go out this week? Go get a job. But anybody else,
Thicker.
hey, Dad, no. He'd run and race down the street and shove it in their pocket. Me?
My wig on it.
My father, you would think my father's proud of what we do. You know,
Right.
like the other day, I swear to God, he does. We go, Dad, we need to put our trailer, the one we have outside here. I go, we need to put it somewhere because we can't put it here or there. Can we bring it at the house? And he's like, so we go to the house and we pull it up,
get
and
the
he looks
picture.
at it and he goes, already I saw his face.
Yes.
Already I saw
agitated.
anger. I saw anger. And he goes, for one day it's okay, but
I knew it.
per sempre, non posso fare per sempre. Caccia che c'è buone, che c'è buone, non posso buone. I'm like, get out of here, take the trailer. I'm not leaving it for a second.
He didn't have to say nothing. I saw his dad. I go, I'm leaving.
Un giorno è buono, per
He
sempre
said at the
no.
coffee shop, no, it's okay. One day, it's okay. One day. I said, you're fine. You're good.
That's how it is. My
This is a
brother,
nice neighborhood. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's a trailer with our faces on it.
my brother had a car that he had to get rid of, and he goes, "Let me put it on the lawn on the side." Oh, because he lives in Jeffersonville. Plenty of land, out of the way, out of your balls. You don't see it. Okay, no problem. One day it goes, but when you have to move this piece of shit out of here, I'm like, I asked you for a day, 1 week. Or I'm gonna get a tow truck. I'm like, you fucking serious, bro?
My dad went from smile to anger within a second.
I know
He was like,
exactly where it
oh,
comes
my God.
I had a friend of mine that came in. His bumper fell off in my driveway. He goes, dude, I will pick it up this week. I said, yeah, just leave it right on the side. So stupid mistake. Stupid.
It's still
My
there,
father
isn't it?
come. What the fuck is outside? What's outside of the fucking driveway? What? It's just Mike's bumper. Get him out. Get him out. Call him right now. Get him out. I'm gonna kill it. And Mike, get over here now, quick, fast. Mike,
The shit that will come out of their mouths.
shit his pants.
Explaining how the
done my
house
dad.
looks like.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't want anyone to hear.
Ma che giochi hai? Ma che penso è qua?
Okay. I'm like, oh my God, it's my bike. It's my bike. I need to.
Every time. And they would always tear you up. You know, like I went to auto mechanics, so I was changing oil. Oh, look, he's a mechanic now.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look, you gonna fuck him up in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, you mechanic? Look at that. And he got me so freaking nuts.
Yeah.
I forgot the oil plug.
Oh, that's it.
I got Mobil 1 oil back in the day. The most expensive. I'm like, see, it's all good. All of a sudden, I look down. My father looks down and sees the oil going in the driveway. He goes,
Yep.
fucking mechanic. He shuts the freaking door. I'm like,
Right
shit.
there is like where you like, where's the gun so I could just eat the bullet.
yeah.
Like I would rather
Kill
do
me.
that than
Run
listen
me
to
over-
his shit.
run me over with this
whatever
car
it
that's
is.
leaking
Just
all
get me
over
away
your
from
house.
him right now.
Yeah.
And the great thing is when you start having when you
my
have
God.
kids,
Yeah.
this man turns into a fucking little baby. He's like, oh, jump on me and ride over the house. Oh, I'm like, where were you?
Yeah.
40 years ago.
Yep.
Now you're cooking for them. Oh my God.
No, the best
oh
is
my
leave
God.
him alone. Leave him alone. He's okay. Leave him alone. You punted me.
And then you
Shit.
tell them, I never touch you.
Yeah.
Manco te tocava na outra.
I'm not touch you like that. Not be the shit out of you.
Like
Somebody beat the hell out of me.
I like when they do their little motion.
Check up who's living in the house.
it wasn't him. It was the belt. It was the shoe. It was the ashtray.
He just guided it.
I'm just a holder. I have
It's
no
amazing
control.
how fast they can whip a belt off of them.
Oh my God.
You know, it's like we're.
They got it pre-lubed before they go at it, man.
they're
Every
They're
morning.
ninjas.
Telling you, dude.
Son of a bitch.
Our fathers are ninjas in beating us, and our mothers are ninjas in cleaning the house. They're like, right? I swear to God, weren't you just upstairs? Well, how are you in the basement now? What the fuck happened? How many are you?
I used to stay at my buddy's house. You know, we come 3 o'clock in the morning, and then
Oh, my
sleep on
God.
the floor. His mother would wake up at 4:30, know that we just came in and vacuum around our heads. Like, sti cazzi carosi.
Due viene di cara, due,
I look all like Joe. Joe, please.
due,
Shoot your mother. Shoot her.
Due, mi figlio, due, ma aspetta.
And probably asking what time he's going home.
Visto qua una vagasa. Visto qua una vagasa. Un hanno mangiato a casa. Vieni qua, mangia tutte cose. Che cazzo?
I was the
that funny how everybody's the same?
I was the trusted one of the friends. So when my friend Joe did something stupid, his mother would call me. Is it true? Is it true? Taking the car, break it down over there. Is it true? I said yes. And one night he did some shit. She calls my house at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Fuck.
My father answered the phone. What the fuck is it going on? The bullshit. Who calling you? I'm like, oh my God. You know the one phone we had in the middle of the fucking room. He goes, hello? Yes. What? Get the fuck out of here. And he hang up the phone. Louie! I said, oh shit. Why is she calling 3 o'clock? I got my ass kicked at 3:30 in the morning. I don't even know what happened. I still don't know what happened.
That's fucking great.
They don't.
My father was always me.
Yeah.
Something would go wrong. It's him. It's him.
You're the
It's him. I
troublemaker.
know him. I'm not even there.
First time I met him, I swear to God, the first time I was like, I don't know how old we were, 14, 15, whatever it was. I go to his house. I meet his father for the first time. He jumps in the shower. I'm in the kitchen with his father. The first thing he says to me, he goes, Kyle. He called me Kyle.
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 Yeah.
Kyle. Why is my son an asshole? The first thing he asked me, you're a good boy. Why is my son an asshole? I'm like, it's like I was dating him.
Yeah.
It's okay. I don't know. I didn't know what to do, but that's the first thing he thinks of you. Why is my son an asshole? Said, look, the mirror. I don't know. I think. But it's funny how he was so.
I would
like
get
that.
him riled up all the time. My cousin Dominic would
Why is
come
he an
over,
asshole?
right? Yeah. And I'd be like, I'd get him riled up, and then I'd go get ready. Right? So my cousin Dominic had to
cooked up.
sit there with him, right?
He was an
So
asshole.
they walk in. I go, Dad, I'm the king. And I'd walk
Jesus.
out, and my cousin Dominic's sitting there, king of shit. You're the king of shit. My cousin Dominic, you hear that bullshit? You think he's the biggest shit? The fucking asshole. And my cousin Dominic.
And he's trapped there now until your dad's done.
Yeah, so I'm listening to him in my room, just laughing. You
It
know?
all makes sense now. Why my son an asshole? It all makes sense.
Prep him and go in the shower.
I should have hung out with your dad, not
You, my
you.
father. You want a glass of wine? I'm driving. No, sit down. Shit.
You could have been eliminated this show. I could have just done a show with your dad. So why's my son an asshole?
He could have done it by himself.
Yeah.
That's my father.
That's
Jesus.
But it's funny though. It's funny how you grow up, and at the we say in South, like you always think you grow up the same. Everybody grows up the same way. And you talk to people, and they look at you, go, "What the fuck did you guys do?"
Exactly.
You know, it's so weird because you think everybody grew up the same. Because I was born in Italy. So when I immigrated to the States, I didn't speak English. So we were too Italian for the Italians because we would just set up outside. We had the chairs, the tables. We always ate outside. So it was weird for us. So when I would go to school, we would, the lunches and all that. It was tough. It was tough for us,
You were the weird one. That's what it was.
Yeah. Weird as like even the Italians call it Italiano. Oh, the Italian guy. Well, you're fucking Italian. I'm not the Italian guy. Well, you're the Italian guy.
We had all the great Italian food, but I wanted to be like, I said, Ma, you know what? My friend had a tuna fish sandwich. It was good. It was good. Tuna fish sandwich, right? She was, okay, I'll make a tuna fish sandwich for you. So she makes, so I'm like excited, Do you ever, remember Wonder Bread? And you remember the tin foil when the tin foil hit the one and the bread would stick on the, like open it up and there's my tuna fish sandwich. So I start eating it. I'm like, this is not something.
Not like what Jimmy
Something's
eats.
fucking wrong with no mayo. There's a fucking no. What's mayonnaise? What? No salt and pepper. What the?
And you're like, shit. You're like a fucking cat in school. I want to share
My friends, where did you get your tuna fish? What? This is the wrong one.
You guys are making me cry, bro.
funny.
Dude, I swear to God, when he said tuna fish, I said she put lemon in it. I know she put lemon in it.
Make a lemon.
Little lemon, little
So funny.
Oh.
Crazy. I am the weird one.
So let's just go back
I
to
am the
outlets.
weird one.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's your stories and experience that, even for me, I'm like, holy shit, I wasn't the only one.
You know what I mean? That's what I mean. It's like,
I'm not alone.
Yeah. I thought it was, it's fun.
It is.
You think everybody grew up the same way, but at the same time, you feel you're alone. And
Yeah.
It's the weirdest thing.
Yeah.
Now we're so open now. It's open with the whole culture thing, and it's so much fun to be able to see things coming over the feed that are like, oh yeah, I remember that. Oh my God. Brings back a lot of memories. Like our show, the biggest thing about our show at the end is like, you guys brought back everything of my childhood. So it just made me laugh. I was crying. That's the coolest thing in the world for us, to hear that.
Well, that's what we say in the show too. We want to give you guys an experience for the next 2 hours, the memories, and maybe you brings it back and you go back home and go, you know what? Let me call my family. Let's have dinner. But I remember growing up, I used to go to my friends' houses and go in their basements and they weren't done. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because I thought everybody had a finished basement.
Where's the
like
stove?
we did. Where's the kitchen? And they're all looking at me going, what the fuck are you talking about? It's when we do our laundry. It was so weird.
Yeah.
The way we grew up, I thought everybody had
You
the same
guys eat
thing.
up here? Really? You don't go
You
downstairs?
guys live?
You know what upstairs look like?
I don't even know what's in my upstairs.
You use that stove?
It's so weird because you go to people's houses and you go, "This is our basement." I'm like, how the fuck do you? Well, you live? You can't live down here. It's just weird. It's
My
weird how we do
grandfather
it.
dug out his basement.
Oh yeah,
He actually dug it out. There was a small area of the basement underneath his house.
crawl space probably,
He
yeah.
dug out. He used to bring huge things of dirt out, and he'd leave a bottle of wine for the guys for the garbage. Ew.
He bribed them to take dirt.
Yeah, they'd leave 2
This
bottles
story-
of wines. They'd take to
Nowadays, this story would be on Dateline and people are buried down there.
Exactly.
to know what he did underneath that basement. You had to know what you were doing because that house would have sunk. I know.
You gotta know the structure.
They
knew
will,
it.
if they could put their hands on something and fucking alter it, they will.
I think they just smell it.
And they knew what they were doing.
We got it. Yeah. At Home Depot, they have the stud farm. We got. Oh yeah, it's a stud. Hit it.
Who sent the cedar wood?
Cedar wood.
The sanitation guys are probably scared. I said, bottle of wine, dirt. He's burying something. Let's just take care of it.
Yes. They're like, it was sacks of dirt. And they would go, yep.
Don't ask. Don't ask.
There's
Take the
Sicilian.
He's paying us off right now with the wine and the.
My grandfather was a fisherman, right? And the thing that
they all?
kind of scared me in the back of my head, not scared, but you're like, holy shit. He could skin a fish and leave the heart beating
Oh yeah.
by itself,
crazy.
by itself on the ground.
Yeah.
That fast, boom, and I'm like, okay, yeah. Do what Nunu says.
My mother's side, all fishermen, and they know how to do that, man. And they'll freak you out too, man. They'll
It's just
freak you out.
crazy.
Yeah, it's
Don't get
pretty
him
amazing.
mad. Don't get
And a
him
lot of the
mad.
stories that come out when, you know, if you still have your nunnas and nunnas around, you know, I tell people, sit them down, get some Carlo Rossi, get some homemade wine, and just ask about the old days. There's some stories that just, they blow your mind.
Yeah.
You know, it's crazy. Like some of the
We
stories of
need
them
more.
running through the hills, you know, through the wars and everything else, and the things that they accomplished to get here. My mother, my mother was born on the run. My grandmother, there was no running water for 14 to 18 days, something like that. She was born on the run, and they had left a barn to go run to another barn. They were going barn to barn to barn, and bombs were coming up. The morning after they left, boom, that barn was gone. It was gone. So you just think of all the little things. My mother was left by a tree. They thought my grandmother thought my grandfather had him because everything was going crazy.
Yeah.
They thought they had the baby. They ran back to get my mother. Anything could have happened. I've been here. Just those little things. It was
Holy
crazy. Like,
shit.
where's the baby? You
That was
know,
the first Home Alone.
you know, it's crazy. You know,
That's nuts, man.
Next to a tree.
Damn.
It's great. No, you learn. Yeah, it's. We need more of this. We need more talking about our culture and our kids. I know you have kids. I don't know. Do you have kids? Okay.
That he doesn't know about.
Yeah. That's all I got.
Well, we have to keep this
got a
tradition
lot of
going.
calluses myself.
We have to keep- Hey, the kids are all around.
A long run.
I'm waiting for them to walk on their own at this point.
It's crazy. But we have to keep this going. That's why I love what's happening with our culture right now. The podcasting, all these comedians and all these, sketches and it keeps it going because we need to do that. Because like I said, the immigration of Italy is not happening anymore. Like when I immigrated here and years before that. So we have to keep this going. And the worst thing that we did, I think, is we lost the language. We didn't teach the kids our
It always
language.
goes down to the language, man.
And once that's gone, oof.
Yeah.
And I even fell into that in my kids. And I'm like, Jesus.
Even our parents kind of lost it too. They use half English when they talk to people in Italy. And they're like, what? Che cazzo è ugaro?
Yeah, exactly.
They don't even speak English. Yet, but the minute they
Frigidaire.
come
Ma che cazzo è frigidaire?
Garbage?
Garbage?
scriva cieca.
I
Mi figlio scriva cieca.
I cheating it. I
Chicken sandwich.
It's so funny. I'm like, yeah, stop.
The best was Frankfurter.
Oh, Frankfurt.
Ma perché chicken sandwich?
It's so funny when
Throw in the garbage.
when we used to go to Italy, my mother would say these little words in English that she wouldn't even dare to say here. And we go, oh, Anna parla inglese. Oh, beautiful. And I go, if you knew all the shit she was fucking up, she's not speaking anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it was hilarious. She go, oh, you speak English. Oh, it's all like, no, she's making up shit. It's so funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Talking to my dad was, having a conversation with my father, it'd be like, Dad, he called me up. Louie, you got to bring me to the grocery store. I go, why? You got your car. The light of the sun, I can't see when I drive. I said, okay, it's going to be dark in like a couple hours. You'll be all right. I can't see because of the lights. When the lights coming on, I can't see. Mm-hmm. Why don't you get rid of the car? Oh, you want me to walk? I don't know what you want from me.
If the sun's out, I can't drive. It's dark out, I can't drive.
Yeah, he used to call everybody. He had a best friend, Bernie Schultz. Okay, Bernie. He used to call him. My friend, the best friend of Bernie. He's a Jew. Why would you call him a Jew? Well, what's the matter? Why would you come? What? Got a problem with a Jewish person? They turn it on me.
Yeah.
But
No,
funny is
what are you raising? Are you raising? I'm not anything. I don't know what I'm doing here.
They do that because Italians love to give people nicknames.
Of course.
Senza facce.
Yeah. Fragolino.
Yeah. So that's why the Jew.
The Jew.
We have to have nicknames for everybody.
Exactly.
Crazy.
La Morta.
Troia. Get up with
Anyway, guys,
Pisciata.
I want to thank you guys so much.
This is awesome, man.
Seriously,
Thank you.
it's
for
I've
having
never
us.
had my cheeks hurt so much.
Honestly, yo,
You
this
guys
is
are
great.
awesome.
You
I
guys
love
are
you
doing
guys.
a great job,
doing
man. I watch you
it,
guys
bro.
all the time
Keep-
now.
And you guys are doing awesome yourselves, man. This is awesome.
We got to do more stuff. And we're going to be in the area a lot now, and we gotta collaborate more.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Let everybody know where they could find you. I'm sure they know, but just make sure they understand exactly where.
Absolutely. We're on Facebook, Instagram. We are on TikTok, although we don't know what the hell we're doing there. But if you want to find out where we're going to be, go to theunclelouisvarietyshow.com.
That's right.
Sign up for our newsletter. This way you know, because there's constant new shows being pushed together. And I send it out every 2 weeks and tell you where we're going to be.
We're on the road. We're everywhere.
Guys,
If you see our trailer, beep.
guys,
Burn it.
make sure you guys follow these guys. My face is hurting of laughing
Seriously, it
all
was
day.
great.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Night, everyone.
Thank you, guys.
Ciao.